For more on this, we're joined by James Hookham. He's Director of Global Shippers Forum. Welcome to the programme, James. Now, this new shipping route is promising to cut transit times in half. But given the harsh and unpredictable Arctic weather, can European importers realistically rely on this route for its supply chain?
Well, that's what I think this experiment, because I think that's what it is going to find out. I think this is going to be a very interesting opportunity for importers into Europe and possibly even into the east coast of the USA, mainly because of the dramatic reduction in journey times, and that would halve the time it takes to get goods into countries and therefore to customers and consumers, and that will be very appealing to cargo owners who I speak for, and I think that will be one of the things that has attracted attention. But as you say, it's not risk-free. Inevitably, there are navigation issues, as you mentioned. It does get cold up there, very cold at times of year, and so this service can only operate for a limited part of the year, albeit it's the busiest time. We're just going into what is normally considered the peak season for container shipping between Asia and Europe, and so this is probably the best opportunity that they're going to have to see if this service is actually commercially viable.
And this so-called Ice Silk Road also requires support and permits from Russia. So could it trigger unwanted backlash over utilising Russian-administered maritime infrastructure?
Well, it may very well do for European companies because of sanctions policy by the EU and other decisions taken by businesses over their dealings. Yes, you are right. You need permits, or the shipping company will need permits to transit Russian waters, and this may well affect the demand levels. But this is really the one way to find out, and promoting this service as the company is doing, I think, is designed to see whether or not this is something that shippers will move towards, given the other delays and costs and frustrations that you mentioned earlier on the traditional routes to reach these ports.
And there are, of course, many other challenges to this. If ships experience a fuel spillage or mechanical failure, for example, along this remote route, what would the response to that look like?
Well, that's the big unknown. And in addition to the safety issues you mentioned, many businesses will have concerns perhaps at the potential pollution risks, not just from spillages, but also from emissions. There's been a lot of concern about black soot, carbon emissions from ships that will obviously discolour the ice and make it heat up even quicker. So that's a live issue under debate at the International Maritime Organization. So businesses looking at this new service opportunity will have a lot of things to weigh up before committing to this. But it's certainly an important and interesting development, giving more options to shippers at these very distressed times.
James Hookham, Director of Global Shippers Forum. Great to speak to you. Thank you very much for joining us.